Welcome back to A60's Blunt Truth Sports Edition. I am your host, Roman Christopher. Let's get started.
One time for my niggas in the building. Two times for the women that be feeling they self. Three times for the niggas that be getting it. Four times for the women that could get it they self. Chef Curry whip it, then I shoot. Chef Curry whip it, then I shoot. These niggas hating on the sidelines. They don't know how to follow guidelines. Nope. Chef Curry whip it, then I shoot. Chef Curry whip it, then I shoot. These niggas hating on the sidelines. Hold up, wait. Why they on my timeline?
So, I missed a few episodes for you guys because the series was long, had a lot going on. It was a crazy time. But it was cool. But at the end of the day, let's run through it real fast. OKC runs through Denver, gets them in game 7 and blows them out in great fashion. They go over to Minnesota. Well, Minnesota comes over to them and they get cooked badly. Badly. OKC goes up 2-0. And just last night, Minnesota responds in big, big, fiery fashion. So they came through. They won about, I would say, about 42 points. They won the game, which is crazy. Shea really didn't do much. He didn't have a good game. Ant-Man showed out, and he looked like he was on a mission. Um, One thing I can say is that, yeah, the home court advantage really matters in this series. It seemed like Minnesota was getting what they wanted by not giving anything to OKC or to Shea at the free throw line. I don't know why people keep calling him a free throw merchant. I get it. He goes to the free throw line a lot, but a lot of greats have, and they've actually gone more than he does every game on average. But he creates those fouls, man. That's a skill in itself. So guys can't get mad if he knows how to create fouls and get to the free throw line. It is what it is. They're going to have to step their game up and learn the same thing, or just keep their mouth closed and beat them by sheer talent or skill, you know? So it is what it is. I thought Ant-Man proved that he can do that. He's been consistent the last couple games. He did his thing. And this series is a pretty good series now. It's 2-1. I was honestly thinking maybe Minnesota might get swept the way it was looking. It looked like OKC was the better team. But I think they've been showing that they really want to win and they want to be there and they got there for a reason. So it's gonna be a hard fought series. We'll see tomorrow night how that game 4 goes. If Minnesota makes it a 2-2, we could be looking at a swing of things, you know what I'm saying? But it could also be politics. You know, they need good series to happen. They can't have blowouts. If they do, then ratings go down, you know, the number of games go down. I think it affects the money. So, you know, people got to understand it's a business as well. So they're going to do things to make sure that they can make the same amount of money as last year or more. It all goes by, how can I say, I forget what it's called. It's not progression, but it is progression, basically. You basically make an estimate of the numbers you made last year, compare them to what you should be making this year, and then you try to reach that goal. So that's the main thing when it comes to business. And it's always about making more the next year. So we have to be thinking about that as well, which actually goes into the next series. The Knicks closed out the Celtics. Now they're playing the Pacers, which is a high pace game, which is probably why they call them the Pacers. It is what it is. But um, I did not think it was going to be 2-0 Pacers. I thought it was going to be 1-1. I saw Pacers win that first game, but I did tell people ahead of time they're sleeping on the Pacers, man. They think the Knicks are going to run through them just because last year they didn't have certain players that were injured, but they got to understand last year the Pacers learned from their mistakes also, and they also have that experience of being in the Eastern Conference. They know what it takes. So they have to remember that. Also, the Pacers play about 12 to 13 players at a fast pace, constant running, constant scoring. The Knicks play, I would say, about 8 or 9. So you have to take into consideration that they might get tired throughout the series. They're probably already tired from the other series that they had. So, which it wasn't crazy, but it was enough for them. You know, they don't play a lot of players, so they're gonna get tired. But I can say I did not understand why Cat sat out for so long in the third and the fourth quarter. Seemed a little bit political to me. You know what I mean? For example, my bro Razel, you know, he did a parlay. You don't really do parlays on NBA, but he did one. And Cat was projected to make 25 points, 4 3 pointers. In the first half, he had 20 points, 2 3 pointers, I believe. and he was gonna make those projections, and for some reason he sat out with 3 fouls in the third quarter and the fourth quarter. It didn't make sense to me. I know they're gonna put this on the coach because that's just what it is. People always try to point the finger at someone. They need a scapegoat. But me personally, I think it's like I've been saying, man. I've been telling you guys. I think betting is really destroying sports. It's really ruining sports. I know that betting has been here for a while, and people have been doing it before. But it was at casinos. It was at places you had to go out to. You had to go out and make them bet. So it wasn't as much. Vegas wasn't as popping. Now you can go get an app on your phone, and everybody in the world is betting. So you have to make numbers. It's either Vegas loses money so they can keep customers coming in, making them happy, and then eventually they got to get that money back. So you have to remember how things work, and you got to see how the ball's rolling. So with that being said, I do think they have to make this a series. So I do think the Knicks are going to get the next game tonight. I could be wrong. Who knows? But I don't think the NBA would be um, getting what they're projections are. There you go. Projections. If the Knicks get swept. And I do believe if the Knicks and the Minnesota Timberwolves went to the finals, it'll be a lot more money for the NBA because you got Ant-Man, which is they're talking about him being the face of the league, which is the next Jordan of the league, or Kobe or LeBron, whoever you want to say. They're saying that he should be taken over because he has the look, he has the personality, he has the confidence, he has the game, and so they're trying to make him the face of the league, even though he said he don't want it. It still does to my eyes. It does look like he won it, but like most people said, he probably doesn't want the responsibilities that go off the court with it. And I understand that because now you have to do a lot of things they tell you to do, and he likes to be a free man, I believe. So he likes to do what he got to do. He's still young, 23. But I do believe money wise, it makes more sense for Ant Man to play the Knicks because the Knicks are going to be automatically the most selling finals. I mean, Madison Square Garden, it doesn't get bigger than that. Then you got Ant Man on the other end. So that'll be the most money, I believe. But right now, it's looking to me like it's going to be the Thunder and the Pacers. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I did tell people about this Pacers series. They thought they were going to run over them, they thought they were going to just lay down. I didn't see that. I did not see that. And I knew this would be the possibility that can happen if the Knicks don't understand that they have to pace themselves at a slower pace and try to figure out how to get the Pacers to also play a slower game. Because when it comes to fatigue, I mean, numbers don't lie. I mean, and power comes in numbers, right? So if the Pacers have 12, 13 players running, and the Knicks have 9 running, who do you think is going to have the advantage? So I think coaching wise, they have to figure that out. I understand politics also play a big part in this, but hey, man, sometimes you got to bend the rules or go against them. I'm just saying, wink, wink. All right. So that's all I got for you guys. This is episode 7, I believe, or 8. I believe it's episode 7 though. Um, yeah, and look out for AC Soul's Blunt Truth. There's gonna be another episode dropping, more recent one. I dropped the Lost Tapes episode 32 recently, a couple days ago. What we did, and I believe we're gonna be dropping our latest episode, uh, probably by tomorrow, which is episode 33, an official episode. New equipment and everything, new backgrounds, new everything, and it's more updated. And then we're gonna go back to a Lost Tapes for you guys. So yeah, we hope you guys are enjoying what we're putting out. We're enjoying the process of putting it out. And shout out to y'all, man. We appreciate you guys, all those that did subscribe, all our viewers, all those that actually support us. We appreciate you guys. And let's try to get those numbers up and get other people to support as well. All right. Love y'all. This is the last uh take I'm going to have for this episode. I'm out. Peace.